Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen, in Blount County, Alabama, this well-dressed businessman is looking for companionship.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Do I look the top?
But he found it in the wrong place.
The last minute Christmas shopping tonight, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
How did you end up here?
Be nice to be with somebody for a little while.
Well, you're in a heck of a fix here.
I'm in a fix.
I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown on our YouTube channel, but there's something you need to know. There are literally hundreds of new episodes either in production or on our streaming channel right now, uncensored. Watch TruBlu.com. Use the code YouTube25 to watch all of the episodes for $2.50, or for an annual subscription, use YouTube Year for $20 off. Also, and this is very important, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on TruBlu. During the latest investigation into crimes against children in Blount County, Alabama, one man traveled to the area to do some very bad things. Deputy Justin Moore has been posing as a woman with a 15-year-old girl at home. He's been texting with a man for about 24 hours, and now the chats are accelerating. The deputy fills me in on where the conversation is so far.
The age was never given yesterday.
Got it.
So he texts back today at 1:30 and asked how we were doing. Thought I'd check to see if y'all are available today. He said, I'm 48, which we know this is a lie now, but I'm 48, white, business type, recent divorced. This isn't my norm, so gotta ask, are either of you police or law enforcement? Told him we'd be in jail if they found out how old my daughter was. He asked how old she was, told him she was 15, and he said he thought the ad said 19, so we told him we just had to put that on there. He said, so am I seeing her or you? I'm in Trustful right now. Said he could either see her or both, whichever one he wanted. Asked him if he was going to fuck my daughter, or if he was asking about prices, so told him he could fuck my daughter for 100, but it'd be around 300 if he wanted us together. He said, okay, sounds good. He wanted a picture, nothing nude, he said. And he's been putting me off because he's been working, so he's just now texted back and said he's at the office, so we got a little more to do on him, but.
Right. But he's done at the office,
yeah.
You said? Did he say what he does for a living?
He didn't. He just said he's a businessman.
And how far away is Trustville?
30 minutes.
30.
Mm-hmm. So I asked him if he could possibly be around 7.
Mm-hmm.
He said with traffic he'd probably be here around 7:30. So.
Got it. So he started chatting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
And then took a break.
Mm-hmm.
And then got back on this afternoon. Interested. Did he have any reaction to the age yesterday, or he didn't know the age?
He didn't know the age yesterday. I think it stopped. We just told him the area. Yesterday he was saying it was a bit far for him tonight, but could probably meet tomorrow if available. He said I'm in Odin. Yesterday he was in Odenville, still at the office in Pell City right now, so he might live in Trustful. He said if he's headed home to freshen up, so Trustful, if he's coming here, he'll head straight to the house and freshen up.
Were we able to trace the number?
Yes. Yeah, we were able to run him and figure out that he was 52 and not 48 like he said. We'll get that name for you though. It's just written down in there.
Perfect. All right. 7:30.
We did get the man's name. He's 52-year-old Ronald, and since he's only 30 or so minutes away, the decoys playing the mother and the daughter prepare for his arrival. And so do I. And right on cue, Ronald arrives. The decoys go outside to meet him.
Hey! You are? You find it okay? Yeah, it's dark. How is traffic?
Wasn't bad after I got out of here.
Sure.
Trustville,
Yeah. Come on in. Welcome to our abode. This is...
Hi, how are you? I'm Ron.
Yes.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. You want to go ahead and go to the bedroom and get everything ready? Okay. All right. She's really nervous. Okay, so I'm going to make her
All right.
comfortable.
So what?
It freaks me out too. So just be good to her.
Well, why does it freak you out if you offer it?
Well, I just want you to be. I don't know you.
I know.
You know.
You don't.
So,
I'm
right.
not going to do anything that.
Okay. Do you got the money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ronald reaches for his wallet.
You're the cop.
Do I look the cop for real? No. Fantastic.
The decoys may have been welcoming,
Wait right here. I'm gonna see if she's ready.
but I'm not going to be so hospitable. The last minute Christmas shopping tonight, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
And then you just sit in that stool and take your hands out of your pockets.
I figured it was a setup.
You figured it was a setup.
I did.
Why did you figure it was a setup, Ron? Move it over there. Just
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's all right. What made you think it was a setup?
I'm recently divorced and was just trying to,
Meet some people.
yeah,
How long ago did you get divorced?
a few months.
A few months.
Yeah.
Was it rough?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people have been through divorces.
Well, I've only been married once.
Yeah. How long were you married?
4 years.
4 years.
Not very long. I waited till I was old enough, thought I found the right one, and
Do you have any kids?
no. She had a kid when she came in, but
And what broke the marriage up?
she was younger and just decided that she was not for me anymore. So
Was it a prolonged, difficult divorce, or was it quick?
it was pretty quick, but then she wanted to come back for a little bit. We tried that, but then
Didn't work out.
it didn't work out.
Well, I'm sorry about that. But this situation you're in here tonight, we need to talk about a little bit.
I'll be happy to talk about
Okay.
it.
How did you end up here? I mean, you got on that
That's exactly how I ended up.
app, right?
I did. I was, alone.
Yeah.
So Googled, found the app, and here we are.
Had you done it before?
No. Texted with some, but never met with.
You ever meet anybody online before?
No.
What made you do it this time?
I don't know. Just, I don't know. Just be nice to be with somebody for a little while.
Yeah. Holidays rolling in.
Yeah. I gotta go to work I gotta go to Savannah tomorrow for work, and thought, hey,
Blow off some steam.
yeah.
And where in Alabama do you live, Ron?
I live in Odenville right now.
Odenville. And are you from Alabama originally, or
Yes, I was born in Pinson,
Pinson? Not too far away.
not too far away.
So much for the pleasantries. It's now time to get down to the business of why Ronald is sitting across from me. The chat gets pretty graphic here, Ron. You tell her you're 48, but you're actually 52.
Yes.
Why would you do that? I mean, guys do it all the time, but what's the difference between 48 and 52? I'm
Well,
just trying to understand it.
I don't know, it just sounds younger because it's younger than 50.
Okay. So you were just trying to be in the game,
Right.
have a little riz.
A little bit.
Okay. You say this is not my go-to thing, or words to that effect. What did you mean by that?
Like the app stuff.
Right.
Yeah, really.
And you're telling me straight up you've never done this on an app?
I've never met a person before online.
Have you gone on to shop around a little bit?
I've been on there and looked around, and like I said, texted with a couple, but
Yeah.
never met with one.
Never closed the deal. No. Now there's talk on here, and the scenario is that you're going to meet a woman and her...
She had posted 19. I actually was hoping to meet with the 31-year-old.
Right.
That she said was 31.
But the other woman involved here, the other female involved here is a girl.
Yeah.
And they made it very clear she was 15.
She said 15, yes.
Yeah. And then
And then she said that So, I mean, I don't know. I lied on there. Are they lying? I don't know.
They made it pretty clear that this was a stepmother and a stepdaughter, and that the stepdaughter was 15.
Correct.
And the stepmother says
She said
to you,
15,
15.
I think one time, yeah.
Yeah. She says at one point, she asks, is it okay
If she watches.
if she watches you, quote unquote, fucking her
Correct.
stepdaughter?
Correct.
And your reply was, do I need to bring popcorn?
Right. Just joking around.
Right.
I think I even said just kidding after that.
And you say you were hoping to have both, to have sex with both. I've never had two at the same time before.
Never have.
What do you think would have happened here, Ron, tonight, if it had just been you and the girl and the woman?
Really, I was just hoping to hang out with. Really, I don't want the 15-year-old. I didn't want a 19-year-old, but the 31 I thought was attractive. So
But you committed to have sex with a 15-year-old.
we hadn't done anything yet.
You looked pretty excited when you walked in.
I still think that 31 looked better. So it's just
Hey,
my opinion.
had I not been here, and had it just been the three of you, I'm thinking there was going to be a sex party with everybody involved.
There's probably a chance of that, yeah.
Probably a chance.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Maybe a drink.
But, no, I'm not going to have a drink.
Just sex.
Probably just chat for a minute. The whole 15 thing still had me, that had me worried.
But you came here,
I did.
and you could have
I was
avoided
hoping
that.
she wasn't. I was hoping she wasn't 15.
But she said she was 15.
Well, one said whoever was chatting said she was 15.
Right.
That might have been you chatting. I don't know.
You ask if they're law enforcement.
I did.
Not my normal go-to. May I ask if you are police or law enforcement? Why were you so suspicious?
The 15.
Were you worried?
I was worried that she was. I was worried she was 15. I didn't know if she was 19. I asked about the 19. She said that had to lie to have a posting on there.
Right. But you were told she was 15. There's no question about that.
Yeah, I'm not lying about that.
Right.
And I'm not doubting that she told me she was 15.
Right. Why not just go the other way?
I should have.
And why even tempt fate and come over here?
I don't know. I just work's been stressful. I don't have time to go date. And I was getting lonely. So
6 days before Christmas.
and a day before I got to go to Savannah for work.
What were you going to do for Christmas this year?
My sister and her husband are coming in town from Houston, and my folks live in Margaret.
So everybody was going to get together.
Yeah.
We're in a heck of a fix here, Ron.
I'm in a fix.
It appears that way.
Yeah.
What do you think should happen?
Well, I would like to just go and pretend it's never happened.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I talked to a lot of guys in this situation,
I'm sure.
right? And sometimes, as much of a hard ass as people think I am, I do have empathy,
Appreciate it.
right?
Yeah.
But a lot of guys try to lie to me, and that makes me less empathetic,
Understood.
as you can imagine.
Understood.
Because a lot of guys tell me it's their first time,
No, I've texted with her before.
right? But they say it's their first time showing up. They lie about whether or not they knew there was somebody underage here. I mean, what's the best defense you can give me for what went down tonight?
Stupid. I mean, that's not a defense, but shouldn't have come.
I mean, you don't
Shouldn't
look like a
have.
dirtbag.
No.
You-
Try not to be, just like I
Right.
said, it's holidays, recently divorced, lonely,
What's your biggest regret about tonight?
coming. even getting on the app and texting.
And what do you say to other fellows who might find themselves in a similar situation and try to make that decision as to whether to come over or not?
Just don't do it. Even if they're 31, really, just don't do it.
Did you bring condoms?
I did not. I meant to ask.
Did you bring anything else you were going to use tonight in,
No.
in the little orgy?
No. Didn't bring anything.
And as you were driving...
Car key.
Car keys. And as you were driving over here, did you have second thoughts?
Yeah. I did.
Did you say, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm an asshole?
Pretty much. Yeah, because it took almost 2 hours to get here.
Yeah.
From Odenville with the traffic,
Right.
Christmas traffic and stuff.
And what I say next is not in Ronald's business plan.
Well, Ron, there's something you need to know. And that's I'm Chris Hansen.
Okay.
And I do stories on men who try to meet
Okay.
underage people for sex. We do a series called Takedown.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those episodes, one
Yeah.
of those investigations. Is there anything else you want people to know about your situation?
No, not really.
Okay.
I'd prefer this not all be here.
Right, I understand. Do you have any weapons or anything on you?
No.
Okay. Some folks are here who are going to want to talk to you and take it from here. They're
Okay.
going to explain what happens next. All right?
I understand.
I think you'll find them to be very civil, and they'll be very happy that you're cooperating.
That's so.
Thank you for talking.
Yeah.
Shedding some light on this. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure.
Ronald is cuffed and searched. While the deputies go through his vehicle, I have a few more questions for him.
You got any cash on you?
Just like $4 or something.
But you gave some cash to the young woman.
I did.
How much did you give her?
It was $300.
$300. And how long did you plan on staying tonight?
No.
Just do your business and move on.
Yeah. Just hang out for a little while and leave.
What went through your mind, Ron, when you saw the woman and the girl answer the door? What were you thinking at that point?
I was about to pull away actually when.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you too. It looked like you pulled in the driveway, and then what was happening out there?
Second thoughts, about to pull away. And I was just sitting in the car and actually pulled around right at the edge of the driveway.
So you pull in, and then what are you thinking?
I was actually thinking this is not good, and I was about to pull away.
And what brought you back in?
They came outside.
They waved.
Yeah,
You saw them.
I saw them.
So you figured, oh, good, they're really here.
And I just thought, well, drove 2 hours, might as well
Go through with it.
go inside and
So had they come back out, had I not introduced myself, what, are you going to sit on the couch? You guys going to get comfortable? You going to mess around a little bit?
I don't know. I was chatting with one of them over the table, and
I watched it.
yeah, I'm
I
sure
see it
you
on the
did.
monitor. But I mean, I'm talking about what would have happened after that.
What do you think?
Everybody gets naked,
I don't know. I've never done this.
have a three-way with a
Never done
stepmother, stepdaughter, 15-year-old girl. Is that how this goes down?
Probably gonna ask to see her ID before I do anything.
What, make sure she's 15?
No, try to see if she was over 18.
But it was clear she said 15.
Well, she also said 19 too. So
Well,
I
no,
was-
they use 19. All the kids use 19 to get on the platform. That's
right.
how it works. But she said 15, so let's not.
I don't expect them to tell the truth probably any more than they expected me to tell the truth. So,
But you
so
saw
didn't
15.
know. I also saw 19. I said 31 just to be clear.
And just to be clear, you said 48 when you were 52.
Yes, like I said, I lied about mine. I must have stopped them from lying about theirs.
Why take the chance?
Exactly. I shouldn't have ever gotten a car.
Now, online, there was talk of $100, but you gave her $300. Why?
She had said earlier that 300 would be for both.
300 for both. And how long had this discussion been going on? Since
I
yesterday?
first contacted yesterday.
Yesterday. So you had a long time to give this some thought.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to do it. I didn't do it yesterday, and then today I was trying to get stuff ready to go out of town. And
How come you didn't come over yesterday?
probably the same reason I shouldn't have come today.
Were you just too busy, or you just didn't think it was the right thing to do?
No, I just didn't think it was the right thing to do.
And what changed between yesterday and today that made you decide to drive 2 hours and come on over here?
Again, you divorced and been a minute since you've been with a female, so
Yeah, but there are better ways.
kind of like the company.
There are better ways to do it, Ron.
Indeed. Yeah.
These fellas here don't want to talk to you, Ron. Ron, thank you for talking. Appreciate it. Look, being divorced is sad. Being alone during the holidays is sad. Being lonely is sad. But what's worse? The fact that he was willing to violate a 15-year-old girl tonight and pay for it. That's what's really sad.
Ronald, who's since been fired from his job, was charged with electronic solicitation, traveling to meet a child to perform a sexual act, and human trafficking. We'll keep you posted on the case against him. Blount County Sheriff Mark Moon took an oath to keep his community safe, especially when it comes to the children. And he knows all too well there are plenty of respectable-looking people willing to do harm.
Ron, businessman, well-dressed, big old gold watch on, makes good money, has a great job, recently divorced, and after a very lengthy online chat, comes over here to have sex with a 15-year-old girl, and then maybe the girl's stepmom or aunt.
That one was surprising to a lot of us. He was dressed nice, he drove a nice vehicle. And again, I'm not trying to say that, you know, it's this kind of sin and mentality and criminal activity. It's like drugs. It doesn't care where you come from, what color your skin is, how much money you have. But it was kind of shocking to a lot of us that this guy seemed to be kind of a corporate type man.
It's upper middle class.
Yeah, he had, like I said, nice clothes, a nice vehicle, a nice watch, well-spoken, but he had some very nasty ideas of some things that he wanted to do.
Do you feel any empathy for a guy like that? Divorced, sad, lonely, 6 days before Christmas. Said he just wanted some company. And started talking with somebody who was an adult, and then it, you know, shifted over to his interest in this 15-year-old girl, which, you know, is horrible, illegal, and it's sexual exploitation. Maybe even trafficking, depending on how you look at it. But do you feel sorry for a guy like that who in a moment of desperation makes a bad decision?
I'm not going to say I feel sorry for him because you made that decision. I understand, you know, life is hard, and it's hard for everybody. It still doesn't justify the end of him wanting to destroy the innocence of a minor and, you know, participate in and partake in these types of activities. I don't empathize with him. He's where he needs to be right now, and hopefully this will be something that he'll be able to grow through and to experience. I made a mistake. I'm being punished for that mistake, and I don't empathize with them when they make these choices. But when somebody does these types of activities, and even the ones who carry out these types of activities, they deserve to receive their punishment.
You don't get a pass just because you've got a business trip.
They do not get a pass. They do not get special treatment. You made the decision, you made the choice, you have to pay the price like everybody else.
Watch TruBlu.com is home to the full library of Takedown with Chris Hansen, true crime documentaries, and exclusive investigations.